just go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Hello and welcome again, everybody. My name is Liz. I'm the Customer Engagement Coordinator here at Wodify. Very thrilled to have you join us for the last Wodify webinar of the year. As we approach the end of 2023, it's not just a time for reflection, but also an exciting moment to look ahead to what the future holds and how you as a Wodify customer can make 2024 your best year yet with us. So before we dive in, let me introduce you to the awesome team you'll be hearing from today. First, we have Brendan, Wodify's CEO. Next, we have Matt Kenig, Wodify's CPO, Chief Product Officer. And then we also have Hung, one of our product managers joining us, who you might recognize if you've attended a webinar with us before. So for some Zoom tips, just a few things to note before we get started. If you look on the bottom of your screen, you'll see a chat, Q&A, and reactions tab. So for chat, I'm going to be throwing some things in there throughout this, so feel free to use that as a space to interact with both us and the other owners on the webinar today. For Q&A, please submit questions in there throughout the webinar, and our team will answer those toward the end. And for reactions, as pictured here, if you navigate to the reactions tab, click raise hand. That'll let us know when you have a question or comment, and we can actually unmute you and you can talk to us live. And if you've been to one of our webinars before, you know we love hearing your voices. So please don't be shy. Feel free to chime in if you have any questions at all. Okay, so now that we're all here, let's take a moment to go over what we have in store for you today. So first and foremost, I'm going to be diving into our year in review report. And this annual summary isn't just a recap, but it's a valuable tool to help you make data-driven decisions, tongue twister, for your business. So I'll guide you on how to leverage the insights that report offers. And then next, we'll recap the features that our Wodify community loved the most this year. So Matt and Hung will be exploring the top 5, showcasing real-world benefits experienced by fellow customers. But that's not all. Get ready for an exclusive inside look into the future as we unveil our vision for 2024. So Brendan will share the product innovations and enhancements that will shape the Wodify experience in the coming year. So that is a sneak peek that you definitely won't want to miss. And then the cherry on top, a little something to add to the excitement. We've got a live giveaway for you. So one of you will win 100 to the fitness apparel brand of your choice, along with a fun little Wodify swag pack. It's our way of saying thank you for being part of the Wodifam. So stay tuned for that. And overall, our goal for today is not just to share information with you, but to truly empower you with knowledge that will elevate your experience with us here at Wodify. So without further ado, let's dive into the year in review report. So as a Wodify customer, I'm sure year in review needs no introduction, as it's probably the most anticipated favorite day of the year. Came out last Tuesday, so if you haven't taken a look at yours yet, make sure to do so. I think Hung's going to drop it in the chat here. And this powerful recap report is designed to give you a comprehensive overview of your business's performance throughout the past year and offers insights that can shape a more successful path forward. So as you can see here, this is a snapshot of a few sections of what your report looks like. So we show you highlights from your year, such as top attendances, PRs, your top scored components. If you're following along, or if you've already taken a look at your report, I'd love for you to drop in the chat which of your components was most PR this year. We'd love to know. But like I mentioned, this isn't just a collection of stats, but it's a goldmine of insights into the heartbeat of your gym. So from client achievements to class metrics, it's all here. But why is this report so valuable? So it provides insightful metrics that give you a deep understanding of your business's performance. You can identify trends, peak periods, and areas of improvement, allowing you to tailor your offerings to what your clients truly want. And most importantly, it empowers you with the data needed to make informed business decisions. So it's not just about looking back, but it's about moving forward strategically. So now let's dive into some practical ways you can harness the data from your year in review report for business decisions. So let's start off with rewarding your clients. You should definitely use your data to recognize and reward your top performing clients. So identify those who consistently attended classes, achieved personal milestones, or showed exceptional engagement. So for example, you could take a look at your attendance leaderboard, take the top 5 clients who attended class most, give them a free t-shirt or something like that. And rewarding them is a win-win because it fosters a sense of community and also motivates other clients to strive for excellence moving forward. Next, you can also make the most of your year in review data by making sure to share your results. So at the top of your report, there's a link to a series of templates our team created where you can easily plug in your results, post them to your social media. As you can see, a few of our customers have already done so, and your achievements are incredibly brag-worthy. So think of your year in review as a marketing tool. Summarize your positive trends and community milestones, showcase them on your website, social media, newsletters, or even hang them outside your business. It's a really, really powerful way to engage your current clients and also attract potential members who want to be part of a thriving fitness community. And when you're sharing on social media, I highly encourage you to actually tag your clients in the post, because then they'll reshare, which can ultimately drive referrals and new clients right through your business doors. And lastly, definitely use your results to benchmark for the upcoming year. So now that you're armed with these insightful metrics, you can take a look, plan actionable steps your gym can take for a more impactful and successful 2024. So you can take these metrics, for example, if you had 197 new clients this year, 20K classes were attended, you can use these metrics as a great 1-year target to get aligned with your staff on beating that number next year. So by taking actionable steps, you're not just analyzing data, but you're using this report to shape dynamic and client-centric gym experience in the coming year. And these insights really pave the way for strategic decisions that benefit your entire community. All right, so now that you've gained some valuable insights from year in review, let's shift our focus to talk about how we've continued to innovate and develop new features to grow business, save you time, and keep adding value to our product. So in this section, we'll be recapping the top 5 customer favorites of 2023. And as we explore each one, you'll not only discover their functionalities, but you'll also see real-world examples from fellow Wodify users who've seen the benefits. Maybe a few of you are on the call today. We'll see. So whether you're a Wodify power user or new to our platform, you can get ready to be inspired and perhaps uncover a few tips that could revolutionize how you engage with Wodify. So I will pass it to Hung to start us off.
Thanks, Liz. Hey, everyone. My name is Hung, and I'm a product manager here at Wodify. The first feature that customers love this year is task management. This has been a highly requested feature for a long time. It's all about saving you time and staying organized. We know that as a fitness business owner, you juggle countless responsibilities, from coaching sessions and managing staff to keeping members engaged and happy. In the hustle and bustle of daily operations, important things like lead follow-ups, client check-ins, or day-to-day staff responsibilities could easily slip through the cracks. The consequences of missing tasks like these could include potential members slipping away and overall business efficiency and accountability suffering, which could even affect your revenue. So overall, our task management feature is not just a tool, it's the key to transforming chaos into order, inefficiency into productivity, and missed opportunities into satisfied clients. We released this in September, and we decided to build this feature for a few reasons. First, we heard from customers like you that you are using different software to manage business operations and daily duties. We know that operating on multiple platforms often gets hectic and confusing. Second, having task management exist within our software allows for seamless integration with other Wodify features like communication, lead management, and class management. Third, we also wanted to ensure that with the launch of Wodify workflows, which Brendan will cover later in this webinar, we had a task system in place for awesome automation recipes to be built into the future. So now let's take a look at a Wodify powered business that has been successfully using task management. For Arrow Fitness uses this tool for a variety of purposes. Something we noted was their weekly check-ins with newer clients so that they can stay on top of engagement and retention. They also have a recurring monthly task where they assign employees to various communication updates, like sending out newsletters, important announcements, and follow-ups with client inquiries. We also noticed that they like using task management to assign employees to do tasks like restocking in order to ensure that their retail inventory is up to date. Routine tasks like verifying upcoming coaching schedules in future weeks are also input. This just goes to show that when used to its full potential, task management has the capability to strongly improve your business processes. So for those of you who haven't tried this feature out yet, I'm going to quickly show you how to effectively create tasks, assign them to employees, and even manage them from your Wodify mobile app. So I will share my screen. Can everyone see this? Fantastic. So I am in communication tasks, my tasks. There's a button up here. The shortcut Shift T can also bring up this modal, but if I click this button, this thing will appear. A task I can do will be checking in with Plus, which will reference the leader client, Bella Jacobs, about upgrading her membership. I can put 50% off as a description of this task on her membership for next year. The assignee is the person actually doing the task, which is me. So I'll quickly find myself, Hung Tang. The due date, I will put next year in the first week of January. If I want to do recurrence, I could do that as well. And I will create the task. Voila, the task is right here. Tells you the date and the day. I'm going to go into the client tab now, and I'm in employee view. It will say coach view for most of you. It is a task section on the home page. If I go into here, I can see the task, I can see the due date, the assignee, the description, and if I open up the people section, Bella Jacobs, email, relevant information. And so that is tasks, the feature that empowers businesses to manage tasks effortlessly by organizing, assigning, and tracking tasks all in one place. And with that, I'll pass it off to our CPO, Matt, with our next feature.
All right, thanks, Han. Hey, everybody, I'm Matt Kenig. So I'm going to talk about our next feature, Media Library. So this feature is all about organizing your content and using it to improve client retention. Media Library is where you upload videos, pictures, and documents to use across Wodify. And you can then use the uploaded videos and images within Wodify Perform, so you don't need to re-upload it each time. And then there's also a media tab, which I'll show in a second here, directly within the Wodify mobile app. So all your members can view all the uploaded media on demand whenever they want. And you can actually take Media Library a step further and turn the content that you upload into a revenue stream. And we'll show an example of a customer who did that right here. So as you can see, so Alpha Krav Maga Cape Cod, they upload videos into a premium video folder that requires a special membership to gain access to this folder. So what they did was they created a specific membership program and then only gave people who had access to this program the ability to view the media that they uploaded. And they made almost an additional $2,000 in revenue just from this feature in just the past couple months. So now let me show you more about how to use it and point out some tips and tricks. Okay, so if you go into Media Library, you'll see here there won't be anything in there. What we strongly encourage is for you to organize your media using folders. And so think of this as you're doing it, how your members might view it and what may make sense to them from like a naming convention and organization point of view within their mobile application. So in this example, I'll create just a folder called weightlifting. Then I'll go into that folder and let's just upload quick deadlift animation and demonstration. And then once that's uploaded, you want to go over to the permissions section. And so by default, everything that you upload has no permissions. What that means is none of your clients can actually view the media. And that's so that you can build out your content library, organize it, and then the last step is turning on the permissions, and that's when everybody would be able to see it. So in this case, and this is where you would configure the permissions. So you can do segments, you can do it by progression, you can do it by program. Again, program is that example that I mentioned earlier. So in this case, let's check off all the segments. Then if you go over to the mobile application, you'll see a media tab here. And so you click into that. And again, this is what your clients would see within their mobile from their phones. And another use case is within Perform. And so when you're going and building out your workouts, you don't have to find the media on your computer every time you want to upload it. You can quickly, in this case, I'll just quickly drag in an image, you can do a video, and you can see here, you can select from your media library. And again, just anytime in this case that you had deadlifts as part of your workout, you could bring that in. And there you go. So that's a quick demonstration of media library.
Yeah, Matt, just to chime in really quick, because I saw some of the commenting. I think one of the things that we've seen often when we release features, and especially with Media Library, is customers start using those features in ways we hadn't even really envisioned when we built it. And Media Library, some great examples are using it for not just content for your clients to learn outside of class, but also content for your staff, whether it's gym standard operating procedures or programming or coaching development kind of content. Just think of it as this flexible repository that you can build different folder structures around. And then, like I said, you can grant access to your staff, maybe just admins, maybe all of your clients. But yeah, I just want to call that out because I think a few people mentioned it in the comments.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan.
All right, next up we have Hung.
Yep, thanks, Liz. Thanks, Matt and Brendan. So two-way SMS is also an exciting feature that we released this past year. This feature is all about improving real-time communication and lead nurturing. So why did we build this? We built this because we heard a lot of feedback from our customers that they wanted an intimate way to communicate with leads to make the lead management process more personalized and effective. Two-way SMS allows businesses to seamlessly communicate with leads and clients via texting using a toll-free number provided by Wodify. SMS is a great way to capture a lead's attention because it's more difficult to ignore than an email or a phone call. This feature is particularly useful as a touch point in the lead process to ensure that prospective clients are being communicated with. This is also a great way to ensure retention, as reaching out to a client who hasn't attended class for a long while will help ensure that the business is nurturing the relationship with their client. So now diving into a Wodify business using this, Jiu-Jitsu Kid Sparks is one of our two-way SMS power users, primarily using this tool for relationship management with both leads and clients. This is a great way to stay on top of lead follow-up and nurturing potential clients to set a great first personable impression. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen once more. Can everyone see this SMS screen? Fantastic. Thank you, Liz. Communication, SMS, left sidebar. That's how you access it. You'll see two tabs up here. I'm going to briefly show you guys how to create a number. So you can go to the numbers tab. I already have one made called Sterling, but you can push this plus group number button and you'll see this modal. So basically you can select a location optionally. And what this does is that when a lead texts this number, they get auto created in your system. And this, whatever location you select will, that default location for the lead will be set to that location. And then the group name just refers to the phone number's name. I've seen people write like employees' names, the location of one of your gyms, and then I've seen like groups as well, like employees or like coaches, for example, as a group name. And then employees is how you give access. You can see it's tiered by permission, and you can give individuals access or groups of people access. Okay, so let's go back into SMS. I'm going to create a new message to Average Joe. There we are. I'm going to say, hey, Joe, it was great seeing you this past week. Hope to see you again soon in class. I can hit send. It will send. I can verify on my Apple Watch. I just got the message because this is sent to my demo account. On the right side here, you'll see this beautiful sidebar that gives you all the clients / leads information, including things like alerts and notes as well. You can see that the message is delivered down here. And I also want to briefly show you what this looks like in coach view / employee view. So coach view, make sure you're clicking this SMS icon, going to the SMS tab, and you can sort of see the conversation here as well. So yeah, it's kind of one-sided right now, but that is SMS. And I'll give it to Matt to talk about our next feature.
Hung, while Matt teased that up, I think SMS was a huge win this year, really for lead communication. The other thing that I guess didn't make the cut because we released it right at the end of last year, what goes hand in hand is in-app chat. And in-app chat, we've seen tons of usage with, especially for existing client communication. And one of the main reasons is instead of landing in their texting inbox with all their other messages and what seems like increasingly more kind of spam text messages, in-app chat keeps your clients coming back to the Wodify app where they can reserve classes, or it kind of keeps them thinking about your business more than just a text conversation with the coach or staff. So for current clients, we really recommend and have seen great examples for in-app chat, and for maybe more folks on the side of the lead funnel, SMS is a good approach.
Couldn't agree more.
All right. So now on to our next feature, custom dictionary. So this is all about personalization and how you can tailor Wodify to fit your industry-specific language. There's a whole list of terms, which I'll show in a second here, that you can change, and this will immediately update for all of Wodify, including on the Wodify mobile app for your clients. This really makes it easy to personalize and tailor Wodify to your preferences. So this feature is fairly straightforward. So let's jump in and see a few examples. So first, the Jiu-Jitsu company. So as you can see here, they renamed 3 of the terms. So workout to curriculum, client to student, and employee to instructor. And then another one of our customers, Vegas CrossFit, they renamed these same 3 terms. So workout to WOD, client to athlete, and employee to coach, again, to better fit their business. And actually funny, as a fun touch for the holidays, we had a customer, CrossFit 816, changed client to reindeer, presumably temporarily, and employee to elf.
But maybe permanently, we don't know yet.
But maybe permanently. All right, so let me demo this real quick. Okay. So the custom dictionary you can find under account global settings. And all you have to do is scroll down, and this is the list of terms that I was referring to. And so it's, again, pretty straightforward. You go in and let's say we wanted to change client to athlete. Then all you have to do is click save. And then as soon as you refresh, in this example, you'll see that this normally would say clients. And so we renamed that to athletes. And then everywhere throughout, it says it'll now be athlete. And so I'll just kind of flash up the list again real quick. Say like workout, like I'd gone and employee. Those are some of the more common ones. But yeah, feel free to go in and customize it. All right. So now let me go into our last feature that we'll show off, and certainly not the least, but pass on processing fees. So we created an easy way to make you more money, the ability to pass on all your processing fees over to your clients. So historically, payment processing fees have always been just a cost of doing business that you've had to absorb as an operating expense. But now this feature allows you to pass on these fees associated with credit cards or ACH payment processing over to your clients. So this immediately can result in thousands of dollars of savings per year that you can then reinvest in your business. And then just an important quick note on this, this feature is only available for Wodify Payments customers. So if you're not on Wodify Payments, then you won't have access to this feature, but certainly reach out to our team right after this webinar to learn more. So now let's talk about a business that has enabled passing on processing fees since the feature launched. Decatur Strength and Conditioning out of Georgia. They turned it on right away, and they didn't lose any clients when they implemented it. We've learned a lot from rolling this feature out, and so we created pre-built marketing materials so you can communicate the changes to your clients with minimal pushback. And so Liz will drop the link to those marketing materials in the chat now. And in the case of Decatur Strength and Conditioning, they saw their business would save over $15,000 per year. So that's $15,000 in pure profit that they can then reinvest in their business or pay their staff more. So now let me show how to enable this. Okay. So if you go under financial settings, again, you have to be a Wodify Payments, have to be using Wodify Payments. You'll see here at the top, this credit card and bank processing fee section. And then on the right here, the potential savings per year for your gym. And so all you have to do is change this to pass on fees. And then this secondary field here, as you can see, pass on fees for invoices equal to or above this dollar amount. And so the use case for this is, let's say you didn't want to charge your clients extra processing fees for a water bottle or a t-shirt. You can set this, in this case, to $50. And then So essentially that means that you would only be passing on that fee for higher amount dollar items such as memberships. So when you go in and save it, you could choose to update current memberships or outstanding memberships and invoices. So I'll go in and save that. And then what you can do is you can even go into an individual outstanding invoice. And once you go into, let's pick on any of these here, and at the individual membership or invoice level, you can actually configure if you want to change that to pass on the fees or absorb the fees. And so in this case, if you selected absorb the fee, that would mean that you as a business would then pay that fee instead of your client. And one note is this administrative fee, you may have noticed in the custom dictionary demo, that administrative fee is one of our customizable terms. So you can change that to service fee or whatever you want. And that's, again, how your clients would see that appear on their invoices. So just a few clicks, you can see how much you'd save with this feature and enable it right away.
Awesome. So everybody, those are our top 5 features that customers loved this year. If you have any further questions about how to use any of them, feel free to reach out to our support team. Now I'm going to actually pass it over to Brendan to talk more about Wodify's vision for 2024.
Yeah, thanks, Liz. Going back really quick, just passing on processing fees to add some commentary and a few of the things people chatted in. So let's see who asked this. Ariel asked, did anyone have any pushback from members? I'm afraid of a revolt. So that's a very common concern we've gotten from customers. And what we've seen, someone else asked if a lot of gyms are doing this. We've been pleasantly surprised at how many of our customers have turned this feature on, and even more pleasantly surprised with how little pushback there has been from clients. We've learned from some of the first few customers. That's why we put together email templates for you all to use. But think about it as a different way to increase pricing, because it does add a different line item. And overall, it's adding a very small, often nominal amount to invoices for clients and saving you a very large amount because it's spread out across your entire membership base. So take advantage of the pre-built communication we've offered. But really, we've seen tons of success. And then my last note on this is it's the perfect time to do this. Like a lot of gyms are putting it into effect January 1st, that first week in January, just because people are kind of accustomed to some version of price increasing or changing to your business practices. And then just let them know what you're going to do. Like $800 to $1,000 a month probably means more community events, more equipment upgrades, cleaner, better facilities, things like that. So make sure they understand it's adding value to the gym. But again, we've seen thousands of gyms turn it on and very little pushback. So thank you guys. Awesome. Well, and then last thing before I jump into my section about our vision, just thank you and a shout out to Hung and Matt for walking through all those features. There's a lot of other folks behind the scenes that aren't on this call, products and engineering team we've had a very busy year. I've worked on annual recaps for many, many years now, and sometimes we're kind of scratching our heads coming up with things. And this year, we're super proud of what we've accomplished. We hope all of you find a lot of value in the features we talked about and the other improvements we've made. And doing live demos in front of a large audience is a little bit scary. So thank you guys for actually showing live demos. I think that really helped. So for anyone on the call who I haven't had the chance to talk to or meet, my name's Brendan. I'm the CEO of Wodify. I've been with Wodify for about 6 years now, but more recently stepped into the CEO role. Oh, Liz, you just threw me off by spotlighting my video. Sorry.
I knew it.
More recently, about 6 months ago, stepped in the CEO role. So part of my goal with getting in, on webinars like this and other forms of communication is just to be as transparent as possible about how we operate as a company and try to give you the full picture of not just our roadmap for next year, the features we're planning on building, but just how we think about investments we make in our company and our overarching strategy. Because I've said this on some of the podcasts I've been on, maybe you've heard it, but we are one of the only companies in our space, making software for fitness businesses that does not have external investment from private equity or venture capital. What that means is we have our customers' interests at the core of our business, and you all on this webinar right now are our investors. So we consider you stakeholders in our business, and I hope that when I talk about our vision, that becomes clear. So some background for this, one of the things that we worked on a lot with a company called Two Brain Business, which is a leading gym consulting company in our space, was a state of the fitness industry report. We combined data from thousands of gyms that are Wodify customers with thousands of gyms that Two Brain has access to, and published a report. And some of the data really stood out to me. So overall, I think since 2020, there's been a ton of optimism about the outlook of fitness in the physical fitness and kind of the fitness industry in general. So there was some kind of murmuring conversation in 2020 around COVID around, is everyone just going to stay at home on their Peloton now and not go back in the gyms? Almost every metric we've seen in the past 2 years has indicated not just a rebound, but record levels of increasing demand for in-person communities and coaching and that experience. And so I hope you all have experienced that in your business, but it's certainly something we've observed and are very optimistic about continuing over the next few years. But that said, most fitness businesses are still struggling to grow, improve retention, and increase revenue and profit. So some of the numbers that stuck out to me through this report were the average number of net new clients for fitness, for the group here is kind of micro gyms, mostly functional fitness, CrossFit, some martial arts, 2 new clients a month. The average length of engagement is 7.8 months. That's how long the average client stays at your gym. And the average monthly revenue is about $12,500. So first of all, the good news is Wodify customers on average outperform every single one of these metrics. And I'd like to think that we have awesome customers, but also our software, when adopted properly, actually helps impact these. But also, why do we care about these metrics? We, just make features to help you run your business however you want. But we care about these metrics because at the end of the day, our business is your business. And the more successful we can help all fitness businesses become, the more we're going to just level up the entire industry. And for all of you, I don't want to speak for you, but I think a lot of fitness business owners get into this in order to have an impact on people's lives and help people achieve goals, live healthier, happier lives, and build really strong communities. And the stronger financially and more successful of a business you have, the more people you're going to be able to impact. And so we focus on these kinds of metrics just as much as we focus on our own business metrics. And I just want to kind of reemphasize that our North Star of success is your success and how our customers and the gym industry in general is doing. So we think about how we can kind of improve this entire ecosystem as an approach to making our roadmap and investment decisions. So in 2024, what does that mean? We are going to invest in making new features and adding to our staff and services to help based on the impact that we think those investments will have on 3 key areas of your business. How we can help you increase lead generation and conversion, improve your retention, and optimize your business efficiency, meaning either save time or reduce costs. Together, those 3 elements of success can often be the difference between a successful, thriving fitness business and one that unfortunately has to shut its doors. And what we know is that technology can help in all 3 areas of those business. So I want to share some specific examples around things you can expect early next year related to each of these. This is not an exhaustive list by any means, but we're just really excited about these features. And so we want to share some previews and some upcoming things you can expect on our roadmap. Let's start with increasing lead generation and conversion. So the first thing here is our brand new Wodify Sites product and improvements to the online sales portal. So a strong digital presence is really important. We've about 6 months ago hired an internal website team of SEO experts and website builders. And so we have a new, completely rebuilt website product that is available now to all customers. If you are using your own website, the online sales portal is still going to be improved and accessible to everybody, really just modernizing the design and optimizing it for conversions and user experience. So both options are really improved to help you with that lead conversion rate from your online presence. Going one step further from getting the lead interested in either purchasing something or submitting a form, we're investing a lot in improving the overall lead management system in Wodify. Some quick examples of that are updating the lead profile. It'll look more similar to what you see in the client profile, adding quick actions like tasks and tags and notes, and making it a lot easier and faster to navigate. And then also introducing this Kanban board style lead management that you may have seen in tools like Trello or other systems, so you can more easily update and move leads through your sales funnel. And then the last one is our marketing automation, which is a sub feature of Wodify workflows. You've probably heard us talk about it. We're going to keep talking about it in some other areas of features we're building, but we're launching Wodify workflows. We've already done a lot of internal testing. We were aiming to actually have this live by the end of the year, but we're more committed to getting it right than releasing it too early, and it's a very technical and complex product to build. But the way we're building it, the benefit of the extra few months for all of you is that we're building it fully integrated with Wodify. This is not a white labeled solution with a different login or a different app you have to use. This is embedded in Wodify. You'll be able to build custom workflows, and we are creating pre-built workflows for you to basically just one click and enable. And so that's where the marketing automation comes in. We have lead conversion workflows that we're building. You can quickly implement and then customize as you need from there. That you can expect to see January, February. Moving on to improving retention, this has been a huge focus of ours for this year. We even kind of redefined and coined the term customer retention platform to differentiate our software. And we're going to continue building features to improve retention next year. Starting with another Wodify workflows feature, we're going to release pre-built workflows to manage the client journey in kind of two categories. The first is super high touch, getting clients to that 90-day mark, because we know that's a milestone of retention, getting clients to their first 90 days, but then also throughout the rest of their life cycle at your business. So those workflows don't remove the human interaction. They supplement the human interaction and make it more efficient so that yourself or your staff won't miss any touch points. There's some automated communication, some manual communication, but it just makes the whole system a lot easier to implement. The next category to improve retention is improving the core mobile app, the client app. We are going to add push notifications to remind people to sign in. We're going to allow people to favorite workouts, launch post-workout surveys, and even do things like highlight milestones such as attendance. Maybe people hit their 100th class, 200th class. Some of the things we've seen from our year in review, we want to bring in to more of the day-to-day experience and give clients a reason to celebrate their success and engagement in your business. And then the last category, a little broad here, but just to show we're not only focused on new functionality, we are going back and putting the finishing touches and improvements on existing functionality. A lot here related to Wodify Perform, Segments, Kiosk Plus, some of our most used features we've had for a while. But one of the ones I'm really excited about that we've had a request for a while is the ability to score multiple sets in a weightlifting exercise. So again, a small but hopefully really meaningful and impactful update to see Austin's excited about that one to Wodify Perform. So just continuing to refine that feature. And then the last category is optimizing your business efficiency. One of the categories of features we're going to improve here is improving that core mobile experience and employee view. So we know that the core mobile app has a lot of room for improvement, let's generously call it. And our approach here is to understand which functionality in Wodify you really will often need to be doing and we recommend doing on a mobile device. And then we're going to add that functionality to coach view or employee view You can rename that one. That's why we're kind of using them interchangeably, but to employee view. So that it's built fully designed to be used on a mobile device. So the UI, the responsiveness, it'll all just work really well. And then we're going to optimize some other highly trafficked core pages to work well on a mobile browser. So we're kind of dividing and conquering with that approach, but you can expect to see more functionality added to employee view and also pages to load and work a bit better from a mobile browser. And then the last time I'll mention it, but Wodify workflows related to optimizing business efficiency. The last thing this feature will unlock for you is the ability to integrate and extend Wodify to third-party softwares. Some examples here, simple examples, Google Sheets, Slack, Gmail. It's like we built a mini version of Zapier, just as powerful, more powerful in some ways. And by building it in Wodify, we are giving you access to all of the data and triggers and information in Wodify. So this could be something like a new lead is created. Let's send a Slack to a staff Slack channel. But because it's a custom workflow builder, you could send a Slack, create a task, send an SMS to that lead. We're super excited about this feature. So you'll see more. We'll send out a video probably of a little demo of it, and you'll see more and more specifics around this in the next few weeks. The last thing that we're doing that I'm personally very excited about is we are building on what we learned from this passing on processing fee feature to introduce a new structure for our entire pricing and subscription cost that we will make available to all new and existing customers. We're calling it free unlimited. Probably do a whole webinar on this, but I'll give you guys the high level. And again, we'll be sending out an email and more information in the new year. What free unlimited is it's allowing you to have $0 software costs and 0% processing fees. And we support that pricing model by charging a service fee on each client transaction. So with passing on processing fees, what you're doing is charging an administrative fee and reducing your processing fee expense. With the free unlimited pricing plan, you are getting all of the features in Wodify at our highest package, which we call Promote. You're getting Wodify Perform to do workout tracking for $0 a month, and you're getting 0% processing, and we're charging a service fee on all the transactions. So the model there, we've learned and studied other industries like ticketing, and there's some other examples from other software companies that have done this quite successfully to help businesses with their profitability. And so we're basically taking a proven model in other industries and building it into our software. So again, completely optional. The early feedback, we have some beta customers, has been very positive, but on average, this can save you $700 to $1,500 a month in total expenses. And again, what I love about it is we are going to give away all of our software on that plan. And so if you're a small gym, a big gym, a growing gym, it allows you to take advantage of very, very robust software wherever you are in that journey. So more to come on that, but super excited. Oh, Kelly just asked. So the service fee that's passed on is 7.5%. So it's more than that passing on processing fees, but it covers everything, and it's just standardized across the board. So I want to make sure we have time for Q&A. Let me jump to a few more thoughts here on the on everything we covered, the new features coming, the features we released this year. I want to issue a challenge to all of you on this webinar. Choose one feature that you're not currently using. Some examples from today: in-app chat. We didn't talk about custom reporting, but we've added some functionality there. Maybe it's media library, but just start with one, then invest your time in learning and teaching your staff how to implement it, just like you would invest time in learning a new technique or working on a weightlifting exercise. Investing in learning software is going to benefit your business and teaching your staff how to implement it. And then lastly, measure the results, because all of our features are designed to improve and impact your business. Just as a illustration of that, an example, we looked at some data related to in-app chat, and our top 50 in-app chat users on average see 40 more clients and $5,000 per month in revenue. Obviously, there's not direct, causation there, but there's certainly a correlation between software adoption and business success. This is just one example, but we've seen that across the board. So I know that most of you, maybe all of you, did not open a fitness business to configure and learn software, but I promise you, small investments and adopting one new feature a month, for example, will have positive returns on your business. We don't expect you to do it alone, though. Please, please, please reach out to our team. For every customer, we offer 7-day-a-week email support. Our average response time is under 2 hours on that. We offer one-on-one Zoom calls. Our customer success team, I think, honestly prefers these to emails because it's just a fun way to actually get to know everyone. And we can do screen shares. We can literally log into your account with you and help you configure things. We offer live chat on Grow and Promote. And for our Promote customers, you have a dedicated account manager to help you really with any custom business needs. So last thing from my end, just before we jump into Q&A, we used to send this message out as an email each year. I wanted to do it as a webinar to give our team a chance to present, talk through some of this with you. But we always sign off that email with the message, Wodify is here to serve. And, this continues to be top of mind, but just about 2 weeks ago, I dropped into a gym and I went to the 5:30 a.m. class. And I was just reminded about kind of why I like working at Wodify and why I think it's, we exist as a company. So I dropped in a 5:30 class. The owner of the gym, super high energy, awesome, coached the class, spent a few extra minutes with someone who was newer, led an awesome workout. Afterwards, I was kind of packing up and I saw him high-fiving everyone. And then he went over to the bathrooms and was cleaning up one of the sinks. I'm sure it's a story you all are familiar with, but I was just reminded of how much I appreciate the opportunity to serve fitness entrepreneurs who build these businesses, work incredibly hard, wear so many hats, do all of the work that it requires. And we exist to be your technology partner and to serve you. So I hope you were excited about our roadmap, whether you've been with us for 10 years or you just signed up. On behalf of our entire company, we truly appreciate your business and we're committed to continuing to serve you by creating the best technology and the team to help you implement it. So thank you all again. I think we got a fun little giveaway to wrap things up and then we'll jump to Q&A.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Just a quick reminder before we hop to Q&A, if you have any questions, please submit those in the Q&A tab and we'll get to them. But now, the moment you've all been waiting for, our giveaway. So just as a quick reminder, the winner will receive $100 to their favorite fitness apparel store and also a Wodify swag pack. So now here's how it's going to work. We're going to ask you a question. Please take 30 seconds to think about it because you only get one guess. So the closest guess will win. So get ready to type your responses. I'll give you a few seconds to go over to the chat tab. Get ready to submit your response there. All right, I'm gonna go over now. Okay, so what is the average amount per year Wodify customers will save by passing on their processing fees? So we've calculated this based on historic revenue. Take your best guess in the chat, put the dollar amount you think the average is, and the closest guess will win the prize. Seeing a lot of guesses in there. Brendan, I don't know how you're gonna.
I got this. Don't worry.
Okay.
If you get it exactly right to the dollar, we'll make it $200 to your fitness brand.
Oh, shoot.
Let's see. We got some close ones.
Yeah, really, really close. Keep submitting in there, everybody.
So far, Ariel, Hamans are the closest. Oh, Garrick.
All right. Well, it's been 30 seconds. I'm going to move into Q&A. Brendan will continue looking through the chat and figure out who our winner is, and he'll interrupt Q&A when he figures that out. But yeah, so now we're going to answer some of the questions you have. I saw this one early on, which is, will workflows be available on every tier? And the answer to that is yes, everybody will have access to that. So please stay tuned. Okay, let me continue looking through here. Hong, this is for you. Is there a way to turn on notifications for in-app chat? Messages sit there forever before they're seen.
Yeah, so we're actually adding functionality next year to ensure that there's like a red notification badge, like with other apps for our Wodify app. So we're definitely working on improving the push notification experience with that feature as well. We're going to try to make sure we respect the client's privacy, obviously with the settings and everything, but we definitely want to make sure that notifications are seen and are visible. So we'll try to implement more ways that clients can receive notifications for a variety of things when they use the Wodify mobile app. And I also want to touch on a question I just saw by Jorge. Is the SMS feature available outside of the US? So it's available in US and Canada. Unfortunately, is not available internationally.
Thank you, Hong. Okay, we also have some people who have raised their hands, so I want to make sure we get to them. Matt and Hung, if you guys want to look through the Q&A tab, if there's any you know you want to answer, but I'm gonna let
Liz, really quick, we have a winner
oh, who is it? Drum roll.
with a guess of $5,555. Stephania, you were only $43 off. Congratulations. The correct answer is 5,512.
Nice, congrats. Okay, so I'm gonna reach out to you via email to give you a reward. So keep an eye on your inbox. I'll reach out right after this. Congrats. Okay, let's unmute somebody. I think Cynthia has had their hand up for a while, so I'm gonna allow Cynthia to talk. If you want to unmute Cynthia, we can hear you. Maybe not. Okay. Joel, how about you? Maybe these were accidental hands raised. Oh, Derek, if you go to the reactions tab, there's a raise hand option in there.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello,
Hi.
Joel.
Hi, this is Joel and Natalie Brown over at Combat Krav Maga in San Francisco. First of all, we're brand new to Wodify, but I absolutely freaking love it. We are sold. We are preaching from the mountaintops, and we are so excited to be part of the team. So my question to everyone is on the video side. We have some very exclusive content because we teach military style Krav Maga. And my team has been trying to figure out a way to monetize our videos for those individuals that are shy to come in, but they still want the training. But once we can get them in front of the camera where they can see it, is there a way for us to monetize that before they come in and then utilize that as a sales tool afterwards?
If I can, hey Joe, Matt here, I could take that. So just to clarify, do you mean specifically for leads, or at the moment, so you have not sold them the membership, is that correct?
Correct. For people that are on the fence, let's say that, well, I really don't know what to do. You know, if I could sell them like a $20 video package or something for them to go through all the level 1 exercises at home. Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, we had to think. I mean, if anybody else is hungry, but you guys have any kind of creative ideas to
Yeah,
expose that, feel free to chime in. But
yeah, it's definitely possible. What you'll ultimately need to do is ensure that they're a client in your environment, so it might mess up with sort of lead management stuff. But once they're a client, they'll have access to the Wodify app, and you can give them like a membership that lasts for like I don't know how long a month. And charge it for $20. And once they have that access, you can go into Media Library and give them unique program access to that membership to see all those videos via the Wodify app. So the only wrinkle there really is that these leads will be clients in the system, but you can definitely like do what you're talking about in Wodify.
So I just had kind of an epiphany, maybe you can help me with this, Hung, is that, so if I build a membership, let's say for instance, is a virtual membership.
Mhm.
And then roll them into that, would that mess with our lead flow, or would that just be tacked on that we got a lead, but they're a virtual? And then give them access to those videos.
I think it hung, I'll chime in. I think it would technically not be a lead in Wodify, but you could still manage the lead and sales process through that. So
Okay.
Joel, you're right, technically exactly how you would set that up. Maybe it's $15 a month membership, and you could even sell it to people who like move and can't go to your physical location anymore. So you can think about it as just a different membership offering. And for people who aren't ready to join full time, you sell it to them or give them a discount on it. They have access to the Wodify app. They can get used to that experience. They can see the media. And then when they're ready to buy a full membership, it's very easy from there. So the difference would be you probably want to tag the client with something and kind of manage it through a saved list on the client page. So that's the only thing. They won't be considered a lead in Wodify, but you still absolutely can manage that process you're trying to do and the workflow through Wodify.
Because we're in San Francisco, and we, like my wife was saying, that we still have people that are agoraphobic. We have people that are still COVID afraid. With all the unrest that's going on because of all the protests for anti-Israel, anti-Palestine,
Or pro.
or pro or anti whatever, people are afraid to leave their house, and I want to take advantage of that. I know it sounds kind of being an asshole,
no,
but not.
Abs-
I want to take
absolutely.
advantage of that so they're safe in their home. They can actually watch the videos. Then they can either type us out a question on SMS, which I'm absolutely going to use. Haven't used it yet, going to. So yeah, that was basically my question. I didn't want to take up everybody's time, but that was really burning on me.
Awesome. And if you want to try setting it up and you run into anything, just shoot our team an email or schedule a one-on-one call with us, and we can go into even more depth than we can right here.
Awesome. Great.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, I saw Terja, sorry, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And I saw you have a question in the chat and you're also raising your hand. So I'm going to allow you to talk. You can unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
I didn't actually realize I was raising my hand. Really the question is the same as just what I had written down with the free unlimited. Just when will it roll out? How will that transition work? Particularly with existing clients. The 7.5% service fee, is that a recurring fee? Like what actually triggers the service fee?
Yep.
And how does it ultimately save the gym money?
Yeah, great question. So it will publicly roll out, I think January 12th. If you are interested, we're on a case-by-case basis, enabling it for customers. So feel free to reach out to our team if it is something you want to get on sooner than that. But to answer your question, it saves gyms money because you'll have 0% payment processing. You'll pay $0 a month for Wodify. The 7.5% will be across the board on every transaction for new and existing clients. So it's really simple and easy to explain. But yeah, there's no configuration involved there. It's just a standard service fee. You can change the name of it if you want to maybe something like community fee or something like that. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Like in terms of implementation, we can do it in a few minutes. Like it's pretty quick thing to turn on, but we will be rolling it out fully in mid-January.
So when you say transaction fee, like, or even changing the name of it, so this is actually going to show up on the client's invoice? Like, is this being passed on
Yes,
to
exactly.
them?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So, if we were like, we're currently with GoE Merchant, but we've been looking to get with Wodify payments. So that just seems like a lot to roll out at one time to like pass on processing fees in addition to the free unlimited. Like,
Well,
what are your thoughts on that?
I think doing it all at once is a good move, even if it's a bit of work. So we can help migrate you to Wodify payments, which has a whole host of other benefits that our team will tell you about. Like you'll have payout reporting in there. There's automated chargeback disputes. There's a lot of other good stuff with Wodify payments. But once you're over to Wodify payments, rather than I think it's just an easy switch from there. So I would say maybe you could brainstorm the timeline with our team to make sure it's a smooth transition. But there's some people in the chat saying it was worth it to switch to Wodify payments. But yeah, once you're on Wodify payments, that enables the ability to use this free unlimited model.
Gotcha. Okay. And who should I reach out to talk more about this with?
So when in doubt, just email support@wodify.com and they'll
Okay.
send you a call booking link, or they can just go back and forth with you right there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
All right, so I know we're up on time, but maybe we have time for one more question. I don't know if Brendan hung or see anything in the chat, but I did
Wait, Liz, did we answer all these questions? We might have to follow up with some people via email. We
Yeah.
have like 28 questions and 500 chats. So
Yeah,
I feel like we got to stick on for a little.
Yeah. I
Let's
did
see.
see one from Deb Myers that maybe hung if you want to take this. What's the best way to text all members at once if we need to cancel a class due to weather or another emergency? Is there an easy way to do that?
Yes. So in SMS, you can actually text segments. So if you go into the people section on the left sidebar, go to segments, you can create segments based on a variety of criteria, programming one of them. And so you just make that segment and then you go to the SMS feature, you find the segment, and you can text blast basically everybody and let them know that, hey, like class is canceled. So they know that they shouldn't have to attend class today.
And they even could use like the announcements functionality or in-app chat to do that, right? If they
Yeah,
didn't.
absolutely. Announcements is a great way of doing it if you know your members are using the Wodify mobile app, because you can actually send push notifications to their phone via an announcement, and it will also be pinned on the top of the homepage to let everyone know, hey, class is canceled today. There's a huge winter storm, blah, blah. So yeah, announcements is a great way to do it as well.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of questions. We're not going to get to every single one of them. But let me see if there's one or two more we could quickly answer. Is there a list of apps that will integrate with Wodify workflows? I don't know if we have that exclusive list yet, but we'll definitely let you know as soon as we release workflows what you can integrate with. It's pretty long list, I'm pretty sure. Brendan, if you want to confirm that.
Sorry, I was reading a bunch of questions. What am I confirming?
That there's going to be a lot of different apps they can integrate with workflows, but we don't have the full list right now.
Yeah, there'll be a whole marketplace similar again to Zapier, but a lot of the non-fitness specific ones like Slack and Gmail and all those off the shelf. And then we'll likely be building a lot of integrations using workflows with very niche apps that we see a lot, like Referizer's one that I know a lot of gyms use. I saw someone else, Shane McBride asked, is there an option to see a year-end review data at 6-month mark? We could use it as a motivation tool for our members halfway through the year. So love the question and a great example of the power of custom reporting. So every report you see in year in review, you can build. Some of them are pre-built reports in Wodify, but whatever kind of you want to see on an ongoing basis, you can also build as a custom report. So you want attendance leaderboards, you want total classes attended. You can set it up so you can look at that every 6 months, every 3 months. You can have it automatically emailed to you. So if you love a certain report in year in review, give it a stab in custom reporting. If you have any trouble, again, reach out to our team. We'll help you set those up. Sometimes it's a little tricky to build the first custom report or two, but once you get the hang of it, you can create custom dashboards and look at the exact data you want. Oh, Nick asks, is there anything in the pipeline to update or improve the point of sale system? There is. That's one we didn't include in the preview. There absolutely is. The designs. We'll share the designs soon. The designs are awesome. The interesting thing about a point of sale is the functionality works quite well the design and the user experience is where we need to improve it. So we've got improved designs and the ability for clients to make purchases directly from the client app for trusted items. So you don't need to have like a clipboard next to your refrigerator with water bottles. If you trust people, they can just do it in the app and you'll actually sell more that way. So I'm excited about it, but it'll probably be coming mid to later in the year, which is why we didn't include it in this initial preview.
Yeah, thank you, Brendan. I see a
A
question.
few people.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say a few people asked about Wodify Arena and some alternatives. So if you haven't used Wodify Arena, it was our competition management software. We're sunsetting it at the end of the year. If anyone has any other recommendations for people, maybe throw them in the chat. We've been pushing people to Competition Corner just because I think it works well and that's what they specialize in. For us, the decision there, I know some people probably used it and liked it. We weren't happy with the quality, and we would rather invest in all of these core features that we just went over than make compromises on core and add a little bit of functionality to Arena. So I wish that we could have kept Arena and Rise and Live and continue investing in those, but for the sake of our own standards we hold ourselves to, we made the decision to focus our investment on core. What else we got?
Well, I see from Austin, he's wondering when the next Wodify webinar is and what it will entail. We don't have the date set in stone, but I'm like 99% sure our next webinar will be on workflows and best use cases, top tips, things like that. So stay tuned for that. Love that question.
So Liz, why don't we so everyone on this call who submitted a question, we will respond to your question via a follow-up email, because I think that's the only way we're going to get to everyone. But it's awesome how engaged everyone was and how much attendance we have. We will be able to see this after the webinar ends. So if you didn't get your question answered, I promise you our team give us maybe a few days just to get through everything, but we will reply to every question.
Yep. And as Brendan mentioned earlier, any question you have that, if you didn't ask it, please reach out to support@wodify.com. Our customer success team is amazing. They'll help you get you the support you need. But yeah, that's all we have today. So thank you so much to Brendan, Matt, and Hung for taking the time to join me. Thank you to all of you for attending and participating. We'll be posting a recording of this on YouTube, so we highly encourage you to use this as a resource for your business in the future. But other than that, we look forward to seeing you at our next webinar in the upcoming year. Have a happy holidays. Thank you so much for making this a great year at Wodify, and have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks all. Bye.